Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome back to the daily readings of Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur loved the Sri Caitanya-caritämrta. In fact, it was his life and soul according to our own Srila Prabhupada. He had this to say about that. In due course, Mahapralaya, devastating floods, will inundate the entire universe. If you attempt to survive by swimming in that deluge, then do not neglect to take hold of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Sri Caitanya-caritämrta. Or if you cannot hold all three, then release Bhagavad Gita. If necessary, you may also relinquish Srimad Bhagavatam, but under no circumstances release your hold on Sri Caitanya-caritämrta. For if this one book remains, then the flood can do no actual damage, because after the flood has subsided, the message of Shastra can be revived from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu alone, Caitanya-caritämrta alone, it being the essence of all Shastra. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So I rushed right into the reading tonight without any speech because I'm so excited. We're going through the entire science of devotional service, the science of Krishna consciousness, spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. And we reached the 53rd verse of the 23rd chapter, which is entitled, if I'm not mistaken, the goal, the pure devotional service, the ecstatic symptoms of devotional service in the perfectional stage. And so far we've been hearing about how to get to that stage, and here we start with text 53. There are 5 transcendental mellows: neutrality, servitorship, friendship, parental affection, and conjugal love, which is also known as the mellow of sweetness. Conjugal love excels all the others. Text 54. The position of neutrality increases up to the point where one can appreciate love of Godhead. The mellow of servitorship gradually increases to the point of spontaneous love of Godhead. 55. After the mellow of servitorship, there are the mellows of friendship and parental love, which increase to subordinate, spontaneous love. The greatness of the love found in friends, like Subal, extends to the standard of ecstatic love of Godhead. Purport. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that the mellow of neutrality increases to simple love of Godhead. In the mellow of servitorship, love of Godhead increases beyond that to affection, counter love, or anger based on love and attachment. Similarly, the mellow of friendship increases to affection, counter love, attachment, and subattachment. It is the same with the mellow of parental affection. The special feature of the mellow of friendship exhibited by personalities like Subal is that it increases from fraternal affection to counter love, to spontaneous attachment, to subordinate attachment, and finally to the ecstasy where all the ecstatic symptoms continuously exist. Text 56. There are two divisions of each of these 5 mellows: yoga, connection, and viyoga, separation. Among the mellows of friendship and parental affection, there are many divisions of connection and separation. Purport. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.93, these divisions are described. Ayoga, yoga vetasya, prabedao, katidhava ubao. In the mellows of Bhakti Yoga, there are 2 stages: ayoga, and yoga. Ayoga, or viyoga, is described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.94 as follows. Learned scholars in the science of Bhakti Yoga say that when there is an absence of association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, separation takes place. In the stage of ayoga, separation, the mind is filled with Krishna consciousness and is fully absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. In that stage, the devotee searches out the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is said that in that stage of separation, all the devotees in the different mellows are always active in thinking of ways to attain Krishna's association. The word yoga, connection, is thus described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.129. When one meets Krishna directly, Krishnena sangamo yastu sa yoga iti kirtyate. When one meets Krishna directly, that is called yoga. In the transcendental mellows of neutrality and servitorship, there are similar divisions of yoga and viyoga, but they are not variegated. The divisions of yoga and viyoga are always existing in the 5 mellows. However, in the transcendental mellows of friendship and parental affection, there are many varieties of yoga and viyoga. The varieties of yoga are thus described. Yoga, yogo pi katitak siddhis tushti stitir iti trida. Yoga, connection, is of 3 types: success, satisfaction, and permanence. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.129. Divisions of ayoga, separation, are described as follows. Udkantitam biyogas chet ya yogo pi dvidochate. Thus, ayoga has 2 divisions, longing and separation. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 3.2.95. 57. Only in the conjugal mellow are there 2 ecstatic symptoms called rudha, advanced, and adhirudha, highly advanced. The advanced ecstasies are found among the queens of Dwarka, and the highly advanced ecstasies are found among the gopis. Purport. The adhirudha ecstasies are explained in the Ujjvala Nilamani, Sthai Bhava Prakarana 170. Rudok tebyo nu bhavebhya kam api apta vishishtatam yatra nu bhavadrishante so dirudo nigadyate. The very sweet attraction of conjugal love increases through affection, counter-love, love, attachment, sub-attachment, ecstasy, and highly advanced ecstasy, Mahabhava. The platform of Mahabhava includes Rudha and Adhirudha. These platforms are possible only in conjugal love. Advanced ecstasy is found in Dwarka, whereas highly advanced ecstasy is found among the gopis. Text 58. Highly advanced ecstasy is divided into two categories, Madana and Mohana. Meeting together is called Madana, and separation is called Mohana. 59. On the Madana platform, there are kissing and many other symptoms which are unlimited. In the Mohana stage, there are two divisions, Udgurna, unsteadiness, and Chitrajalpa, varieties of mad emotional talks. Purport. For further information, see Madhya-lila 1:87. Text 60. Mad emotional talks include 10 divisions called Prajalpa and other names. An example of this is the 10 verses spoken by Srimati Radharani called the Song to the Bumblebee. Purport. Imaginative mad talks, known as Chitrajalpa, can be divided into 10 categories: Prajalpa, Parijalpa, Vijalpa, Ujjalpa, Sanjalpa, Avajalpa, Abhijalpa, Ajalpa, Pratijalpa, and Sujalpa. There are no English equivalents for these different features of Jalpa, imaginative talk. Some things you just have to wait until you get there. Text 61. Udgurna, unsteadiness, and Vishvashat Cheshta, boastful activities, are aspects of transcendental madness. In separation from Krishna, one experiences the manifestation of Krishna, and one thinks oneself to be Krishna. Text 62. In conjugal love, Shringara, there are two departments, meeting and separation. On the platform of meeting, there are unlimited varieties that are beyond description. Purport. Vipralamba is described in the Ujjvala Nilamani. Vipralamba Prakarana 3 and 4. When the lover and the beloved meet, they are called yukta, connected. Previous to their meeting, they are called ayukta, not connected. Whether connected or not connected, the ecstatic emotion arising due to not being able to embrace and kiss each other as desired is called vipralamba. This vipralamba helps nourish emotions at the time of meeting. Similarly, sambhoga is described in the following verse, quoted from the Vedic literature by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhasha. Meeting each other and embracing each other are aimed at bringing about the happiness of the lover and the beloved. When this stage becomes increasingly jubilant, the resulting ecstatic emotion is called sambhoga. When awakened, sambhoga is divided into 4 categories. 1. Just a second, I missed my place, sorry. Yeah. When awakened, sambhoga is divided into 4 categories. 1. Purva Raga Anantara. After Purva Raga, attachment prior to meeting, Sambhoga is called brief, Sankshipta. 2. Mana Anantara. After mana, anger based on love, Sambhoga is called encroached, Sankirna. Three. Kinchit Dura Pravasa Anantara. After being a little distance away for some time, Sambhoga is called accomplished, Sampanna. And 4. Sudura Pravasa Anantara. After being far away, Sambhoga is called perfection, Samriddhiman. The meetings of the lovers that take place in dreams also have these 4 divisions. Text 63. Vipralamba has 4 divisions: Purvarag, Mana, Pravas, and Prema by Chitya. Purport. Purvaraga is described in the Ujjvala Nilamani, Vipralamba Prakarana 5. When attachment produced in the lover and beloved before their meeting, by seeing, hearing, and so on, becomes very palatable by the mixture of 4 ingredients, such as vibhava and anubhava, this is called Purva Raga. The word mana is also described in the Ujjvala Nilamani, Vipralamba Prakarana 68. Whether the lover and the beloved are in one place or in different places, their mood that obstructs their looking at each other and embracing each other, although they are attached to each other, is called mana. Pravasa is also explained in the Ujjvala Nilamani, Vipralamba Karana 139, as follows. Pravasa is a word used to indicate the separation of lovers who were previously intimately associated. This separation is due to their being in different places. Similarly, Prema by Chitya is also explained in the Ujjvala Nilamani, Vipralamba Prakarana 134. Prema by Chitya is a word used to indicate an abundance of love that brings about grief from fear of separation, although the lover is present. Text 64. Of the 4 kinds of separation, 3, Purvarag, Pravas, and Mana, are celebrated in Srimati Radharani and the Gopis. In Dwarka, among the queens, feelings of Prema by Chitya are very prominent. 65. My dear friend Kurari, it is now night, and Lord Sri Krishna is sleeping. You yourself are not asleep or resting, but are lamenting. Should I presume that you, like us, are affected by the smiling, liberal, playful glances of lotus-eyed Krishna? If so, your heart is deeply pierced. Is that why you are showing these signs of sleepless lamentation? Purport. This verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10:90-15 was spoken by Lord Krishna's queens. Although they were with Krishna, they were still thinking of losing his company. Text 66. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj, is the supreme hero in all dealings. Similarly, Srimati Radharani is the topmost heroine in all dealings. 67. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, and he is the crown jewel of all heroes. In Krishna, all transcendental good qualities are permanently situated. Purport: this verse is also found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.1.17, text 68. The transcendental goddess, Srimati Radharani, is the direct counterpart of Lord Sri Krishna. She is the central figure for all the goddesses of fortune. She possesses all the attraction to attract the all-attractive personality of Godhead. She is the primeval internal potency of the Lord. Purport: this text is found in the Brihad Gautamiya Tantra. For an explanation, see Madhya-lila 4:83 through 95. Text 69. The transcendental qualities of Lord Krishna are unlimited. Out of these, 64 are considered prominent. The ears of the devotees are satisfied simply by hearing all these qualities one after the other. 70. Krishna, the supreme hero, has the most beautiful transcendental body. This body possesses all good features. It is radiant and very pleasing to the eyes. His body is powerful, strong, and youthful. Purport: this 6 and the following 6 verses are found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.1.23 through 29. Text 71. Krishna is the linguist of all wonderful languages. He is truthful and very pleasing, he is a truthful and very pleasing speaker. He is expert in speaking, and he is a very wise, learned scholar and a genius. Text 72. Krishna is very expert in artistic enjoyment. He is highly cunning, expert, grateful, and firmly determined in his vows. He knows how to deal according to time, person, and country, and he sees through the scriptures and authoritative books. He is very clean and self-controlled. Text 73. Lord Krishna is steady. His senses are controlled, and he is forgiving, grave, and calm. He is also equal to all. Moreover, he is magnanimous, religious, chivalrous, and kind. He is always respectful to respectable people. Text 74. Krishna is very simple and liberal. He is humble and bashful, and he is the protector of the surrendered souls. He is very happy, and he is always the well-wisher of his devotees. He is all auspicious, and he is submissive to love. Text 75. Krishna is very influential and famous, and he is the object of attachment for everyone. He is the shelter of the good and the virtuous. He is attractive to the minds of women, and he is worshipped by everyone. He is very, very rich. 76. Krishna is the Supreme, and he is always glorified as the Supreme Lord and Controller. Thus, all the previously mentioned transcendental qualities are in him. The 50 qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead mentioned above are as deep as the ocean. In other words, they are difficult to fully comprehend. 77. These qualities are sometimes very minutely exhibited in living beings, but they are fully manifested in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Purport. This verse is found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.130. Living entities are parts and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As Lord Krishna states in the Bhagavad Gita 15.7, Mamai vangsho jiva loke jiva bhutak sanatanaha manak shastranindriyani prakriti stani karshati. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal, fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the 6 senses, which include the mind. The qualities of Krishna are present in the living entity in minute atomic quantities. A small portion of gold is certainly gold, but it cannot be equal to a gold mine. Similarly, the living entities have all the characteristics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in minute quantity, but the living entity is never equal to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. God is therefore described as the Supreme Being, and the living entity is described as a jiva. God is described as the Supreme Being, the chief of all living beings, because he is supplying the necessities of all others. Eko bahunam yo vididati kaman. The Mayavadis maintain that everyone is God, but even if this philosophy is accepted, no one can imagine. But even if this philosophy is accepted, I'll repeat it from the beginning of the sentence. The Mayavadis maintain that everyone is God. But even if this philosophy is accepted, no one can maintain that everyone is equal to the Supreme Godhead in every respect. Only unintelligent men maintain that everyone is equal to God or that everyone is God. Text 78. Apart from these 50 qualities, there are 5 other qualities found in the Supreme Personality of Godhead that are partially present in demigods like Shiva. Purport. This verse and the following 7 verses are also found in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.1, 37 through 44. Texts 79 to 81. These qualities are one. The Lord is always situated in his original position. 2. He is omniscient. 3. He is always fresh and youthful. 4. He is the concentrated form of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. And 5. He is the possessor of all mystic perfection. There are another 5 qualities which exist in the Vaikuntha planets in Narayana, the Lord of Lakshmi. These qualities are also present in Krishna, but they are not present in demigods like Lord Shiva or in other living entities. These are 1. The Lord possesses inconceivable supreme power. 2. He generates innumerable universes from his body. 3. He is the original source of all incarnations. 4. He bestows salvation upon enemies he kills. And 5. He has the ability to to attract exalted persons who are satisfied in themselves. Although these qualities are present in Narayana, the dominating deity of the Vaikuntha planets, they are even more wonderfully present in Krishna. Text 82, 83. Apart from these 60 transcendental qualities, Krishna has an additional 4 transcendental qualities which are not manifested even in the personality of Narayana. They are: 1. Krishna is like an ocean filled with waves of pastimes that evoke wonder within everyone in the 3 worlds. 2. In his activities of conjugal love, he is always surrounded by his dear devotees who possess unequaled love for him. 3. He attracts the minds of all 3 worlds with the melodious vibration of his flute. 4. His personal beauty and opulence are beyond compare. No one is equal to him, and no one is greater than him. Thus the personality of Godhead astonishes all living entities, both moving and non-moving, within the 3 worlds. He is so beautiful that he is called Krishna. Purport. Mayavadi philosophers who have a poor fund of knowledge simply dismiss the subject by explaining that Krishna means black. Not understanding the qualities of Krishna, these atheistic rascals do not accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although the Lord is described and accepted by great personalities, acharyas and sages, the Mayavadis still do not appreciate him. Unfortunately, at the present moment, human society is so degraded that people cannot even provide themselves with life's daily necessities. Yet they are captivated by Mayavadi philosophers and are being misled. According to the Bhagavad Gita, simply by understanding Krishna, one can get free from the cycle of birth and death. Tyaktva deham punar janma naitimam eti sorjana. Unfortunately, this great science of Krishna consciousness has been impeded by Mayavadi philosophers who are opposed to the personality of Krishna. Those who are preaching this Krishna consciousness movement must try to understand Krishna from the statements given in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the Nectar of Devotion. Texts 84 and 5. Above Narayana, Krishna has 4 specific transcendental qualities. His wonderful pastimes, an abundance of wonderful associates who were very dear to him, like the gopis, his wonderful beauty, and the wonderful vibration of his flute. Lord Krishna is more exalted than ordinary living beings and demigods like Lord Shiva. He is even more exalted than his personal expansion, Narayana. In all, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has 64 transcendental qualities in full. 86. Similarly, Srimati Radharani has unlimited transcendental qualities, of which 25 are principal. Sri Krishna is controlled by these transcendental qualities of Srimati Radharani. Text 87 through 91. Srimati Radharani's 25 chief transcendental qualities are: 1. She is very sweet. 2. She is always freshly youthful. 3. Her eyes are restless. 4. She smiles brightly. 5. She has beautiful, auspicious lines. 6. She makes Krishna happy with her bodily aroma. 7. She is very expert in singing. 8. Her speech is charming. 9. She is very expert in joking and speaking pleasantly. 10. She is very humble and meek. 11. She is always full of mercy. 12. She is cunning. 13. She is expert in executing her duties. 14. She is shy. 15. She is always respectful. 16. She is always calm. 17. She is always grave. 18. She is expert in enjoying life. 19. She is situated at the topmost level of ecstatic love. 20. She is the reservoir of loving affairs in Gokula. 21. She is the most famous of submissive devotees. 22. She is very affectionate to elderly people. 23. She is very submissive to the love of her friends. 24. She is the chief gopi. 25. She always keeps Krishna under her control. In short, she possesses unlimited transcendental qualities, just as Lord Krishna does. Purport. These verses are found in the Ujjvala Nilamani, Sri Radha Prakarana 11 through 15. Text 92. The basis of all transcendental mellows is the hero, and the heroine, and Srimati Radharani and Lord Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, are the best. Text 93. Just as Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani are the object and shelter of the mellow of conjugal love, respectively, so in the mellow of servitorship, Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, is the object, and servants like Chitraka, Raktaka, and Patraka are the shelter. Similarly, in the transcendental mellow of friendship, are the shelter. In the transcendental mellow of parental affection, Krishna is the object, and Mother Yashoda and Maharaj Nanda are the shelter. Text 94. Now hear how the mellows appear and how they are realized by the devotees on different transcendental platforms. And I'm going to stop there because this is very rich, it's very deep, it's very hard to remember and even enter these topics, but still they are to be heard and appreciated and be amazed at for our transcendental happiness. So we will start with text 94 tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, everyone, for being so patient with me. My voice is a little strange today. But anyway, anyone has any reflections or comments or discussions, please be our guest. We started with 53, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
First is from Rati Manjari.
Well, Hare Krishna, Rati.
She says, Hare Krishna, dear Guru
Hari Bol.
Maharaj. There's a comment here from Sudevi Dasi.
She just said Hare Krishna? Wow. Okay.
She says, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Again, your reading is the highlight of my day. Your surrender to Krishna is such a safe shelter to everyone fortunate enough to know you.
Oh, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. I sometimes don't know how to take these things. It's not so easy for me to accept them. But anyway, thank you very much for your affection.
Nayan Kanti also says Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. What was the name again?
Nayan Kanti.
Nayan Kanti. Hare Krishna.
Rati Manjari just commented yes.
Hare Krishna. Well, these are very deep topics. This is as deep as it gets. We'll also hear about, later on, we'll hear the soliloquies of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the interaction of him and Ramananda Roy and Swarup Damodar, as he relishes all these things himself, personally. So it's not just theory, it actually, these things are descriptions of transcendental exchanges that Krishna has with all his different eternal associates. In that way, it's an ocean. And to swim in that ocean, you have to become a very strong swimmer. It's one thing to swim, to cross over the material ocean. It's another thing to swim in the spiritual ocean. So the goal is very high, but it's well worth the effort. Hare Krishna. Okay, this was very deep. We'll leave you to digest and appreciate. You might want to read over these things, carefully. Oh wait, something else is coming. I see the eyebrows of Abhaya Das Brahmachari raise up when he saw something else is coming.
First thing that came in is from Rati Manjari.
Hare Krishna Rati.
She says, please accept my humble obeisances.
Jai, all glories to Prabhupada.
Tonight's reading was marvelous because we heard the qualities of both Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to download it and listen to it again. This is enough to dedicate our lives to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, the more we hear about Krishna, and there's lots to hear about Krishna. Anyone who thinks that they now know about Krishna and they can move on to something else is in deep illusion, to say the least. And not only that, but all these qualities are always expanding and they never stop. So he's such an ocean of wonderful qualities that even he can't perceive it all or understand it all, because every time he does, it expands again, expands more. Therefore, Jiva Goswami, he makes the statement in the Tattva Sandarbha that unless you actually understand and accept that Krishna is inconceivable, that is, he can do anything, and anything that he does is possible by his unlimited energies, then you can't really understand him. You can't enter into relationship with him until you actually have digested this, that Krishna is unlimited and he is inconceivable, achintya. Now that doesn't mean that he's not conceivable, but he's not conceivable completely. And no one can conceive of him like that completely. But he is inconceivable. No one can understand completely Krishna. And these descriptions of all these different levels of relationship and symptoms of attachment and how they play out in a person's behavior and physical expression, that forms the deepest part of the science of devotional service. Beginning with Ujjvala Nilamani and ending in Nijjvala Nilamani. Ujjvala Nilamani. Sorry.
Next was a comment from Noel.
Bhakti Noel.
She says, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you for this nectar to ground us in our daily activities in the material ocean and bring us back and bring us to the spiritual ocean.
Whew. Thank you very much.
Saloni Sachi Sundari says, Hare Krishna Maharaj,
Hare Krishna.
Glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Jai, glories to Prabhupada.
All glories to your daily readings of Nectar of Caitanya-caritämrta.
When we finish Caitanya-caritämrta, we'll take a vote on what to read next. Because once we finish this, we'll have the Gita, the whole Bhagavatam, and the whole Caitanya-caritämrta recorded on the Facebook and YouTube. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what's going to come next. All right. Sri Caitanya-caritämrta ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Brinda ki jai. Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bo. See you tomorrow night. Same time, same place, same topic. Transcendental ecstasy of the intimate descriptions of Radharani and Krishna and all of their eternal associates. Hare Krishna.